just by show of hands, who likes to go camping? I like to go camping. And then, who likes to just be out in the woods? I like to just be out in the woods. Okay, so we'll work on that angle. I like going in the woods because no, there's not wolves. I like it personally because I just like seeing all the wildlife and being out in the woods and seeing all the different trees and just the sight of maybe seeing a particular animal you won't see every day. It's kind of majestic. I kind of like it. So it's nice to have animals in the woods and stuff like that. Now, by a show of hands again, who likes to go hunting? I got one with two hands. What I want to talk to you today about is wildlife management. And more specifically, I want to get it just in the Midwest area of the United States. Because right now there's always been an issue with deer destroying a lot of the crops in the Midwest. And there are there's a lot of damage that happens every year, and it accumulates into the millions of dollars of damage that deer can do to crops that is ultimately for the consumption of people that live in the country, and that's a big problem. So there are a couple ways that we can fix the problem, and one of them is hunting. And there are a lot of people that don't like that idea, but that is by far the best way to maintain the population of deer in that area, so you don't have a lot of damages to the crops that we eventually end up eating. And the local government agencies all have different types of ways to maintain hunting, and they all have different times of the year that will allow you to do this. Now, there's another way to maintain it that is more preferred by animal activists, and that is by introducing predators into the wild where these issues are of all the deer destroying crops. But I don't necessarily agree with it, because you put any type of animal in the perfect situation, they're going to multiply, and then eventually you have a predator problem, and then they'll kill out the population of the deer, and now you have wolves or coyotes or whatever you introduced into the wildlife to maintain the deer. That's a huge problem, because they'll start coming after people. So I don't necessarily believe in the predator introduction. Now, there are other ways of maintaining this with you personally if you had this situation. There are ways to put a perimeter around your crops, maybe with just a string. The old-fashioned scarecrow sometimes will work. There are there are audio ways of implanting speakers with motion sensors to go off if something gets close to your crops. That is another way. And then again, the ultimate way is to really hunt when it's necessary to maintain a population of whatever your issue is, of the animal. So I think that's pretty much my point. Is there any questions about the problem that I have a solution for? What's that? Yes, you.
So they really use sound to keep the deer away?
Yes. They have, it's kind of like a battery-operated system with a motion sensor. And as something would get close, the sensor would go off. And there's also, that's a more high technical one. Then there's a normal one that just kind of releases a sound every few minutes. Because a lot of the problems, happens at night. So every once in a while, 5-10 minutes. some sound out that will just kind of scatter everything off. Yes.
So if they used hunting as a way to control deer from eating the crops, would it be like a certain time of year that you could do it, or would it pretty much be open range of if they come to your property?
No, when you're, that is a good question. It would still be a certain time, and it's usually from August, September, all the way till the end of the year, maybe into the new year. That's usually the peak because it's the rut season, it's the breeding season for the deer at that time. So that is usually the best time that you could do that. Yes.
So I have a deer problem, I can just go and handle it myself, or is there some
During
rules?
the season. During the season is the
But I can just go out and do it, right?
No, you could get in trouble.
Oh,
Yes, the local government, the DNR or the Fish and Game would fine you, if not worse. You could do jail time as well. Yes.
but if they won't help me with the problem and I can do it myself, why do I have to let them know?
I'm not going to tell you that it's okay, if that's what you're asking me.
Okay.
Any further questions?
That gentleman in the back.
No, I think he's okay. He's a hunter, he doesn't have any issues. About Bambi? Well, that's why there is no Bambi, because it's upside down. There is no Bambi during the fall, because that's the breeding season. They're born in the spring, they're considered adult by season comes around. And of course, anybody that's going to be hunting, they're always all about trophy, so they're not going to shoot a little dog. So, dog size animal. So, okay, I guess I have my point across. Do you have a question? No?
No.
Okay. All right,
Is
well,
it
thank
any other
you.
animals besides deer that they have issues with? I know other animals like rabbits and things come in and can mess up crops.
That there is a possibility of having an issue with that, but more specifically, this problem is about deer. So, any more questions? No? Okay. All right, well, I think I've got my point across. All right, thank you. Thank you.